Hello, everybody. Good Sunday afternoon to you. I just got back from church and they were having baptizing and all that. They were getting dipped in the water. It's pretty cool. Uh, City church. It was nice experience. And so I hope everybody's doing good. I think my subscriber is activated again. So we're back in business. I said a lot of stuff about it, but at the end of the day, I'll come in. We'll rock and roll a little. We'll talk about some things and be good to see some of my old friends again. So, Mafia, Jesus, Godfather, Colombo family. Most of the gangsters were were raised up traditional Christians, and they went from communion to confirmation and everything else, and then they just gravitated, Mr. Leon Swan, they just gravitated toward whether it was generational, the mafia, they were born into it, or they joined thereafter. But it's good to be back. And so there was a couple of guys in the Colombo crew, and you see Mike Francis, the Colombos, and now he's got a channel, and he does. I said a lot about Mike Francis. We're all older now, and he does promote Christianity for a price, but that's in his DNA. But at least he's promoting at least the word is trying to get out at the end of the day. There's a little price on it, but at least somebody's doing it. So, and I used to talk to a couple of guys, and my godfather was an enforcer. And I says, Uncle Mickey, how do you feel like, as a senior citizen and thinking about stuff, he went traditionally through the church when he was younger and everything. He said, he said, I didn't start thinking of it till I got older and my mortality and then heaven and hell and everything else. He said, I started thinking about it. But when he was running crazy, he didn't think about it. Stone cold assassin, stone cold. Just, pass the sugar. Oh, I just killed 3 people. Pass the bread. I mean, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know I mean, just as an example, I'm guessing. But you wonder. And then I was getting out of that racket and everything, and a couple of guys were saying, I would ask them, well, there was a guy who kind of was on the scene and everything, and those Italian Guidos, forgive my language, the soldiers would wear the cross and all that, and I'd say, are you biblical literate? Do you know, like, you wear the cross? Do you know, so you're going off to do some work that might be violent, but you're wearing a cross, Jesus on a cross around your neck. Do you even stop to think about that? Or are you just so caught up in that life that it's just for show? It's just for show. Oh, look, I got a Jesus cross on. And some guys were just mad dog, no conscience at all. And maybe 1 or 10% out of them later on will have nightmares of violence and maybe killings and things like that. My godfather, hey Lance, how you doing, buddy? Salute. He said some things started bothering him, and he was the most cold guy, but lovable. Yeah, it's funny that you say good guys, but behind the scenes they do violent things. But that's just the way it is. You can't change it. And I think Mike Francis, legitimately is a good guy. But even, I think he just really had a sense of, not rah, 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 go kill somebody. But uh, Jesus is in the thumbnail, and everybody, most of these Italians were raised up Christians. And I used to throw a couple things at them, and a couple guys you could talk to on that level. Other guys you can't talk to on that level. They'll get pissed off and think you're just busting their chops, and then they don't like it because you're more or less telling them, hey, you're doing the wrong thing. You're going the wrong way. They don't want to hear it. But other guys, you more or less can tap into their psyche, tap into their spirit, and say, do you have any regrets, or how long do you plan on doing this? Don't you want to just leave and ride out into the sunset and build up some money and then take off? And because they used to say, Jojo, the world is good and evil, and you can't dodge it. Well, that's true, but you could be a victim or a perpetrator. I mean, how do you do all this stuff, and then Sunday you're in church, violent, torturing people, killing people, and then you're in God's? Well, that's okay. That's okay, because Paul, the Apostle Paul, used to be Saul, and what was his job? To go around the countryside and kill Christians. So we could all be forgiven. We could all be saved. So no matter what your past is, if you're a mafia enforcer, killer, or anything else, you still hope. There's still hope. We all fall short of our heavenly glory, but there's still hope. There's still hope. I left a beautiful service an hour ago, and they were baptizing. They had a big spa right in the church right there, and they were going down in the water. It was nice, and they sing and everything else. It's a really nice presentation they do at that city church. So it's not too late. Life will beat the crap out of you and everything else, and mental health issues are running wild and crazy. If you don't have to be a Jesus freak, so to speak, but tap into your spirituality. We're spirits before we're physical creatures. We're spiritual. We'll go back to a spirit realm. Oh, that just sounds fine and dandy on a Sunday afternoon. The truth serum, a cup of JoJo. That sounds nice. That's lip service. Well, when your ass is in a grinder, don't go, please God, please God, please God, when your ass is hemmed up. None of that please God bullshit. All right? Let's just be a little aware. You woke up, you got shelter, you got food. Be thankful for that. Be in a thankful spirit. Because I know a lot of people that didn't reach 30, they didn't reach 40, they didn't reach 50. I've been spared by divinity and angels and miracles to make it this far. And if I could share a good word, even though I got pissed off at YouTube because they stopped me, they censored me, and then I did the sign of the cross, I'm all done. But no, I got Lance, I got Leon here. These are my guys. That's good enough for me. Whether there's 5 or 5,000, the message remains the same. The song remains the same, Led Zeppelin. But I like that. I like that. And words are life or death. There's mental illness issues going around. There's drug addiction things going around. This country is upside down. Let politics be politics, but in the same breath, people are struggling. And the best thing you can do with your timeline of life is have a love and compassion for the underdog, for the underdogs of this world, because first will be last and last will be first. So keep that spirit. And I'm a crazy man, and something bothers me. That no. Hang in there, Leon. Hang in there, brother. Hang in there. Could all come back. You know, there's ebbs and flows and highs and lows and everything. And it's a life is truly a roller coaster ride. But set your foundation on a level. Yeah, the world is a vampire. It wants to suck that blood. But know that you are a child of God and divinity. And connect to that. Connect to that resource. And things will get better. They will. I promise you. Boy Scout guarantee. Never was a Boy Scout, but I heard it was a good guarantee. All right. So, the Mafia, the gangsters, they were Christians. 100% Christians. And I talked to a lot of guys, killers and everything else. And it started affecting them when they were older. To the effect of alcoholism, nightmares, depression, and everything else. Because then I think, being a Christian, they were thinking, am I going to go to hell? But I told a couple guys, ask God for forgiveness in your heart. That's what you had to do during your lifetime. And that's life. Nobody's perfect. You do wild, violent things and everything else. But like I said, if Saul became Paul and Saul was running around killing Christians, who could do any worse than Saul? Paul. Who could do any worse than Saul, aka Paul? Who could do any worse than that? You're running around killing people that are following Jesus. You can't be any worse than that. So there's hope. There's hope. So I wanted to touch base. So thank you, Leon. Thank you, Lance, Mr. 33. That 33 is a powerful number. Jesus Christ died when he was 33. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to come in once a week. That's the truth serum now. No more dope. Truth serum. Bow. All right, folks. God bless you all. Tap into divinity. Tap into the divine energy and see what happens. You know, I didn't check the draft out or anything, but I'm going to, Lance. I'm going to get into that. So you want to read a good book? They Dead Missed. We're selling books. They Dead Missed. Amazon. Click into the link. It's somewhere. I don't know where it is. I can use the $6.45, but it's a good read. I'm a charlatan selling my wares. Best book ever written outside the Bible. Number 2. Enough for that. I feel like Mike Francis selling his freaking whatever he's selling. God bless him. So that's it, folks. I'll be back next week or maybe Wednesday. Come in, tell you a story. But the Mafia, they were Christians, just like any other Christians, just like a plumber or a construction worker. They were Christians too. And that's the bottom line. We're all sinners. And the bottom line is you can be forgiven. You can be saved. And whatever that means to you, then that's your own prerogative. So that's all. We're good enough. We're the children of God. You know, we make mistakes. Can I be forgiven? Well, those assassins and serial killer mobsters, they could be forgiven. They could be forgiven. They were raised up Christian, and then they went the wrong road. But just like anybody else, they have a fair right to be saved and maybe enter the kingdom. So that's that, my good people. Salute to everybody. It's not partly cloudy. It's partly sunny. All right. And put on the spiritual armor. And thank you, Lance. You have a great day. Leon Swan, These are my people. That's what keeps me going. It's being in communication. When people enjoy, that's humanity. That's humanity. So that's how we do it here. Love and compassion. All right. Don't be afraid, folks. Love and compassion. Don't be a macho man. You see somebody that needs help? Help them out. Help them out. Don't just be takers. Give a little bit. Give a little bit of your help to someone. All right. Thank you, folks. God bless you all. Stay great and stay blessed. I'll check into you next time. Thank you.